the day has finally come. I'm going to follow through on a threat that I made. I painted this about months ago. I don't really remember how many months ago. And it's to go in the living room. I wanted to bring in some bright colors like the pinks. And I love the sky part of it. I don't really like anything else in it. So I'm going to pour over parts of it. I'm going to leave the sky because I love it. And then I'm going to re-pour parts of it. My goal is to have this part look like cliffs in the background, or, buttes that are standing, kind of like this, in browns. And then this part look like it's rolling hills that get closer and closer and closer to you, maybe with a little stream going through it. We're going to see how that part goes. So I'm mixing one section at a time, and I just mixed the colors for the background back here. I've got grays, creams, dark browns, and light browns, and I'm going to try to pour the top, and then I'm going to swipe down this way with it. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna start right here. It's a little scary to me, all of this. That one's gonna need to come a little higher. So I can go ahead and get that top and come down a little. More like this, so I'm actually covering up all the purple. Right now I'm just trying to get my outline. I think it's okay maybe if I see a little bit of the purple in the background. I want to see it up here. There we go. I'm having a hard time pouring from the cup. That's okay. It's because I'm trying to pour really slowly. There we go. And it doesn't matter if my paint goes on that down there, because I'm going to swipe down in that direction. I'm going to step over this way. I'm also doing it upside down, which is also a little difficult. That, however, I don't want to do. So hang on a sec. Let me clean that up. I have a damp towel. Since I have had this hanging in the living room for months, I decided to go ahead and wipe it down with a damp towel before I poured. Really hard to keep it going in the right direction since I'm standing up here and ooh, that would have been bad, up here and pouring. Okay, I think everything's good now. I just need to fill it in. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm going to swipe through it, so maybe, I don't know, this looks so pretty just like that. No, I've got to swipe through it. It's way too much paint, but it is gorgeous right now. Get some more paint up here. Okay. Get my trusty card that I swipe with. And I'm just going to pull it down like so. And I'm going to paint over it. So it's okay that it doesn't go evenly all the way to the end because I'm going to pour over it, so it'll be all right. I'm sorry that you're having to look at my back. really should use my left hand now, but I'm kind of worried about doing that. So. There we go. All right. Let me go stand down there and look and see what that looks like. I like that. You can still see a little of the purple back there, but not much, which I kind of like. And some of them are a little darker, some of them are a little lighter. Get a little overlap. Let's see if I can clean this up a little right here without messing it up. Always the There we go. I think that's kind of cool. It's definitely different in a good way. Let's see if I have any brown left. I might do a little bit over here. Just in the background. Yeah, I like that better. And I might just do a little bit up here to have a little more, get some brown going on up here. And maybe right in here. I think some of the darker browns were at the bottom of the cup and they came out later. But I think that they really add a lot as far as the definition of the mountain goes. Oh, I like that a lot. Now the only thing I don't like is that one piece of purple. But you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't think I can get it and not affect the things around it. I really like the things around it. So I'm just gonna leave that. And it almost looks like right there, like there's a little waterfall. That may become my stream. So first part of the repour is done. Now I just have to mix my colors that I think I'm going to use for the green background. So now I'm going to try to pour the background hills and try to keep the buttes in the background in place and pour this in front of it. I've got 4 different kinds of greens: dark, light, kind of a grayish green, and then a kind of a chartreuse green. I'm just gonna go back here. It's gonna have to be a little bit higher. Come over this way. I think I'm going to need to go a little bit higher in some of the areas. I'd really like to be able to tilt it a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be possible because it's sitting up on all the cups, and I don't want to don't want it to fall off of the cups essentially. But it's also so much paint, and it would be great if I could get a little of the paint to run off a little bit. And you start to see how the different layers of paint are showing up. Some are dark, some are lighter, and it's just beautiful. So I'm going to try very carefully. This may be a complete disaster. I may regret it the moment I do it. This is when about 5 hands would be good. See if I can just lift it a little bit and let it just run just a bit. I love how it pulls those layers down. Yeah, there we go. Sprayed some of that paint out also, which would be great. Just gonna hang on to it for a minute. My mountains don't seem to be going anywhere, which is fine. I don't want them to. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. I still want to try to, no, we'll just see how it goes. I still like this here kind of as a perhaps waterfall, but we'll see. We'll just see what happens. See, I've got a little green left in my cup. Might fill some of this in down here a little bit. And maybe over on this side. I'm not sure if you can see this on the video or not. I know it was cutting off kind of on the edges, but I just wanted to even out the edges over here. And now I want to tap the sides, because this is a very different color than what was on there originally. So I want to make sure that the sides pick up this color and not the old color. I'm already liking this so much better than the other one. And I apologize if anyone doesn't and wishes I'd left it alone. I'm sorry, but I just didn't like it. For anyone who's interested, I am using the coconut cream hair serum in each color that I mix. So that's why you get all the cells and all the activity that you can see going on there. All right. Good, got the, okay, good. Now, okay, that's pretty cool. I think the next layer is going to be more of a deserty brown. So I'm going to get busy making those colors. So now we're back for the next layer. And I'm going to overlap it so that it's touching this a little bit, overlap it a little bit. I've got a light brown, dark brown, a tan. My dark brown is almost black and gold. So I think I might actually start on this side this time. Just pouring off the edge a little bit. There we go. We're going to see how this is going to work to get a little definition, maybe to some hills. And again, I'm going to tilt a little bit. The striations are really pretty. So I'm going to come over here and get a little more. And then maybe up in here. So that I can do it on the edges again, because it seems to run down more and then pull away from the side. So I'm going to very carefully try to tilt it again. We're all going to hold our breath. Makes me nervous, but oh, I love the colors. All right, here we go. There we go. getting some movement on that. I can't tilt it from side to side. I can only tilt it down. So that makes things a little more challenging. Okay. There we go. Back on all my cups. Let me check over here. Do something down there. I'm not too thrilled about that down there, but I saved a little. And I can also use one of these, use the gold one, maybe to just pull it this way a little bit, and then fill it in. There we go. I'll take this down there. Fill it in a little right here. And then just use this to pull that paint down a little bit. I'm going to tap the sides again. Make sure that I get this paint on the sides and not the, it was blue and pink under there now. I like this so much better. Hopefully I will when it dries, and hopefully I won't mess it up between now and then. Do these sides over here. There we go. Yeah, that looks really pretty. Nice. All right, now I'm going to do another green. Mix some more green. Now we've got another layer of green that we're going to pour. I'm going to start on that side and try to make it a thicker layer over here and a thinner layer this way. We'll see what happens. Got some of the same colors, a couple of different colors. We'll just see what happens here. It's difficult to keep a kind of a steady hand and a straight flow across since I have to step. But thank goodness it doesn't have to be perfect, right? You can kind of see some of the same colors. Just pouring across. And I'm going to tilt it again. Like I did last time. Cross our fingers. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, here we go. Real slow. Paint off my fingers so I don't put green paint up on the top of the sky. There we go. Just hold it for a minute, let it run. Okay. I'm going to see if I can tilt it back just a little bit. I don't know if I can or not. We'll see. Nope. I'm not going to tilt it back a little bit. That's what I was afraid of. That's all right. Let me put this cup back underneath here. There we go. There we go. And I really don't want my mountains to run anymore that way. Let me get my green and fill in over here a little bit. There we go. Get a little stick and pull it down. Use this one. Okay. Do the same thing over here. At those sides. There we go. I am going to have some blue in it, some water. I've decided against doing the waterfall up there. At this point, I may change my mind again, who knows. But right now, I'm not thinking I'm going to do that. We'll see. There we go. All right. Slowly but surely. Okay. So now I've got a blue cup for the water. I'm a little nervous about this one. I've got a light blue, a turquoisey blue, a lighter blue, and then a midnight purpley blue. So we'll see. I'm thinking it might end up looking something like this, but we'll see what's going to happen. I'm just going to start over here. Try to have the two colors meet. Not get too much in that top part, but we'll see. There's some of that turquoise coming in. I was wondering where it was. Down here, oh, it's actually very pretty. We'll see how it, I think I can do my, don't have to do them like right next to each other. Since I've been tilting, that seems to help connect those colors without having to have them right next to each other, and also helps me use a little less paint. I may do more blue, just another cup in these same colors, and just kind of finish it out that way. We'll see what this looks like. Break that up. I know, so they don't have to be touching, and look what I did, they're all touching. Oh well. All right. Oh, the blue's really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna tilt it again. We know that side's gonna really run down there because it's just going. We'll see what happens. Get all the paint off my hands very carefully. Gotta keep an eye on the mountains too, because the paint is running on those as well. You know. There we go. Just hold it a minute and let gravity do its thing here. Some of the blue is going all the way to the bottom down there. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. Good, and I put some more green in the middle here while the camera was off, and it's kind of blending in too, which I like. And I think that I am going to mix up another blue just like that and finish out the bottom with that blue. I like that on the bottom. I think it's a nice way to end the painting. We've got blue at the top and blue at the bottom. So I'm going to mix up another cup real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got my last cup. It's a blue cup, and I'm going to finish out the bottom, and then I'm also going to try to give a little more, like this is good, that's really flat, this is good. We'll just see what's going to happen. Going to fill in some areas here, and then just kind of see about that. Go. I think I can curve it a little bit, but there we go. Keep the rest of this. I'm going to tilt it just a little bit for a minute. Just a little bit, because I don't want that to run off too much down there. Man. All right, I'm going to have to get that. let that paint run just a little bit. Okay, let's see what I got going on down there. Good, it went right off the edge. Got a couple of green spots, but I'm gonna leave that. I don't mind that so much in the blue. I'm gonna tap the sides over here and the corners. Ooh, got lots of paint. Believe it or not, this is not as much paint as went on it the first time when I poured it. It was crazy. The first one I used 16 cups this size of paint, which is a whole lot. A lot of stirring. All right, getting the sides blue down here. That's such a gorgeous blue. I love those colors, that combination there. Spots. It didn't quite go off the edge, but we can totally fix that. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to pour this corner. And I'm going to pour a little bit more right there. There we go. And just tap this up on the sides. Well, it's very different than it was the first time. And I don't have that pink in it. Really, I think if I'd not had those pink stripes in it, I would have been okay. I could not handle that pink. I love it in the sky. It's gorgeous in the sky. I just didn't like it. It was a good idea, or it was an idea, but it just didn't work. Let me get this over here a little bit more. Some green right there. All right, looks like everything is covered that needs to be covered, and I like it much better. I think I can put that in my living room and not feel like I have a mess in my living room. Not mind when people see it. I really minded when people saw the other one. Kept the sky. Love the sky. Like the greens, that chartreuse green really, I like that. I like those combinations, and I love the blue on the bottom. All right, I think it's a wrap.